Once upon a midnight dreary, while I ponder, weak and weary, over many a quainted and curious volume of forgotten lore, while I nodded, nearly napping, suddenly there came a tapping, as of some gently rapping at my chamber door. "'Tis some visitor," I muttered, tapping at my chamber door. Only this, and nothing more. Ah, distinctly, I remember, it was in the bleak December, and each separate dying ember rung its ghost upon the floor. Eagerly I wished the morrow, vainly I had sought to borrow from my books surface of sorrow for the lost Lenore. From the rare and radiant maiden whom the angel named Lenore, nameless here and forevermore. And the silken, sad, uncertain rustling of each purple curtain thrilled me, filled me with fantastic terror never felt before. So that now, to still the beating of my heart, I stood repeating, "'Tis some visitor entrance at my chamber door. Some late visitor entrance at my chamber door. This it is, and nothing more." And the silken, sad, uncertain rustling of each purple curtain thrilled me, filled me with fantastic terror never felt before. So that now, to still the beating of my heart, I stood repeating, "'Tis some visitor entrance at my chamber door. Some late visitor entrance at my chamber door. This it is, and nothing more." Presently my soul grew stronger, hesitating then no longer. "Sir," said I, "or madam, truly your forgiveness I implore. But the fact is I was napping, and so gently you came rapping, and so faintly you came tapping at my chamber door, that I scarce was sure I heard you. Here I opened wide the door. Darkness there, and nothing more. Deep into the darkness, peering long I stood, there wondering, fearing, doubting, dreaming, dreams no mortal ever dared to dream before. But the silence was unbroken, and the stillness gave no token, and the only words there spoken was with whispers, words, "Lenore." This I whispered, and an echo muttered back the word, "Lenore." Merely this, and nothing more. Back into the chamber turning, all my souls within me burning, soon again I heard a tapping, somewhat louder than before. "Surely," said I, "surely that is something at my window lattice. Let me see then what thereat is, and this mystery explore. Let my heart beat still a moment, and this the mystery explore. 'Tis the wind, and nothing more." Open here I flung the shutter, when with many a flit and flutter in there stepped a stately raven of the shiny saintly days of yore. Not the least abeyance made he, not a minute stopped or stayed he, but with mien of lord and lady perched above my chamber door, perched upon a bust, a pillar, just above my chamber door, perched and sat, and nothing more. Then this ebony bird, beguiling my sad fancy into smiling, by the grave and stern decorum of the countless it wore, "Though thy crest be shorn and shaven, thou," I said, "art sure no craven, ghastly grim, an ancient raven, wandering from the nightly shore. Tell me what thy lordly name is on the night's plutonium shore. Quoth the raven,
Nevermore.
Much I marveled this ungainly fowl to hear it discord so plainly, though it answered little meaning, little relevance bore. For why cannot help agreeing that no living human being ever yet was blessed with seeing bird above his chamber door. Bird or beast upon the sculptured bust above his chamber door, with such a name as Nevermore. But the raven, sitting lonely, on the placid bust spoken only, that one word, as if his soul is in that one word, he did outpour. Nothing farther than he uttered, not a feather than he fluttered, till I scarcely more than muttered, Other friends have flown before, on the morrow he will leave me, as my hopes have flown before. Then the bird said,
Nevermore.
Startled at the stillness broken by a reply so aptly spoken. Doubtless, said I, what it uttered, it is only stock and store, caught from some unhappy master, whom unmerciful disaster flowed fast and followed faster, till his song one burden bore, till the dirge of his hopes that the melancholy burden before of nevermore. But the raven still beguiling all my fancy into smiling, straight I wheeled a cushioning seat in front of bird and bust adore. Then upon the velvet sinking, I betook myself to linking fancy unto fancy thinking, what this ominous bird of yore, what this grin, ungainly, ghastly, gaunt and ominous bird of yore, meant in croaking,
Nevermore.
This I sat, engaged in guessing, but no syllables expressing, to the fowl whose furry eyes now burn into my bosom's core. This and more I sat divining, with my head at ease reclining on the cushioned velvet lining that the lamp light gloated o'er. But who velvet violent lining with the lamp light gloating o'er? She shall press,
Nevermore.
Then, methought, the air grew denser, perfumed from an unseen censer, swung by the serpent whose foot falls and tinkled on the turfed floor. Wretched, I cried, thy God hates and lent thee. By these angels he hath sent thee respite, and nepenthe from thy memories of Lenore. Quaff, who quaff this kind nepenthe, and forget this lost Lenore, quoth the raven.
Nevermore.
Prophet, said I, thing of evil, prophet still, if the bird or devil, whether tempted, sent, or whether tempts, toss thee here ashore, desolate yet all undaunted, on this desert land enchanted, on this home by horror haunted. Tell me truly, I implore, is there balm in Gilead? Tell me, I implore, quoth the raven.
Nevermore.
Prophet, said I, thing of evil, prophet, still if bird or devil, by the heavens that bends above us, by that God we both adore, tell this soul with sorrow leaden if within the distant Aiden. It shall collapse, and sated maiden who the angel named Lenore, collapsed a rare and radiant maiden who the angels named Lenore, quoth the raven.
Nevermore.
Be that word our sign of parting. Bird or fiend, I shrieked upstarting. Get thee back into the tempest, and the night plutonium shore. Leave no black plume as the token of that lie thy soul hath spoken. Leave my loneliness unbroken. Quiet the bust above my door. Take thy beak from out my heart, and take thy form from off my door, quoth the raven.
Nevermore.
And the raven,
never flitting, still is sitting, on the pallid bust of Pallas just above my chamber door, and his eyes have all the seeming of a demon's that is dreaming, and the lamp light o'er him streaming throws his shadow on the floor, and my soul from out that shadow that lies floating on the floor shall be lifted.